Hi everybody, welcome down to the underground lair where we have ourselves I think it's a 2011 P-Bass made in Mexico. It has rounds on it. It's getting new rounds. Round wounds, yes. Tongue twister. Anyhow, if you like what you see on our channel, please hit the like and the subscribe and the bell. I would love you a long time. Now let's take a look at what's on the table. Okay, so what we have here is I think it's a 75 reissue, but I'm not 100% sure. It is a 7.5-inch radius neck. Somebody has replaced the nut with a Graphtec nut, but they didn't cut the slots deep enough. We like to see 20 thou. Actually anywhere between 22 and 18. And I could probably put a 22 and an 18 in there. Let's make sure that the 22, that was a 20, yeah. If I put the 20 and the 22 together, let's see what we have. Holy smokes, that's what we have. We've got string height at the first fret at 0.042. Alright. I also noticed that the saddles are a little too low on the D and the A. String height is on the E is where I like it, about 5, but I wonder what the buzz is like. It's there. But so yeah, we're at 5 on the E and we're at 5 on the G, but the D and the A are below 4/64. Our relief is at 12. I might want to release the truss rod just a little bit. I'm going to do that after I get the strings. Fender calls for 14 thou of relief when you have a 7.5-inch radius, 12 thou on a 9.5-inch radius. We also have some sticker residue. We're going to try to get that off. And we also have some rusty pickup holes. We're going to try to fix that. Okay, so what did we do so far here? We tightened up all of the little screws on the back of the tuning machines, and we also tightened down the main screw on the back. They were really floppy, now they're less floppy. We polished the frets. We cleaned the DNA off the fingerboard. I caught some sharp fret ends down here. We took care of that. And F1 oil. Also, we took a lot of the rust off of the pickup hole pieces. There's still some corrosion. I couldn't get the cover off in order to take care of that. And we also cleaned up the bridge pretty nicely. Noticed that the end pin was kind of just spinning around. I go around and try to just tighten everything, not crank it, but snug it up, and it was just spinning around. So I put some wood glue and toothpick in there, letting that cure up while I go ahead and put on a set of Labella flat wound 45 to 105s. And I've used these strings on several of my basses, and I love them. They are worth the price, and they just sound like killers. So we're going to go ahead and put those on. Oh, we got rid of that residue from that that sticker that's on there. You can kind of still see the outline in the light. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, and I think we did a pretty good job there. Before I put the strings on, I'm actually going to get me a little guitar string. That's probably little enough. Yeah. I had some trouble with it, with corrosion in there. So I'm going to use a guitar string, clean that out before I go to string it up. You don't want, first of all, you don't want the dissimilar metal corrosion. To keep you from being able to adjust, and also you don't want the yeah, there's all kind of gunk on that. You don't want to have the inability to adjust your string height. So we put that on there, and it will penetrate down to the through the threads, and that'll just be make it last longer, you know. So put this 3-in-1 oil away, and we'll get to stringing this up. So labellas, they give you a nice little plastic lock, so you know that this is the 4th string. And I'll show you how to wind your, make sure you have the right amount of length on your string. You're going to need some cutters. How to get the right amount of wraps on the post without, you know, having it all bunched up. You want 2 to 3 wraps on the post. You start at the top and you wind down, and what you do is you want to go 3. It's going to live here. It's going to live here, so we're going to go 3 posts and cut it right there. And you put it in the hole. You bend it. Some guys will, I used to be one of those guys that just went and wrapped it around the post, but I've seen some dead strings, so I decided to start doing it the right way. You see, we're getting a good number of wraps there. I will come back and go around there. I will come back and put grease in, guitar grease, in the slots. But for now we're just going to string it up, let it come up to tension, and so I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and we'll be back. Okay everybody, we are all strung up, and let's see what we got to do with the old truss rod. I'm not sure if the neck is done settling in or not, but we shall see. I want to see if we can live with 12-inch or 12 thou of relief. I had a guitar in here once that you could probably measure the relief with a ham sandwich with cheese. It's almost like I don't have to back off on that at all. Wait until I see it in the morning. But let's check our string height. Put my numbers back. And let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, definitely higher than we were. That's 6/64. That's where it should be, 5/64. That's a little more than 5/64, and that's 6/64. Alright, so we're going to have to do some mucking about with the string height. Oh, we also took this down to 20 thou across the first fret. So that's done. We tightened up the bridge. Let us adjust the string height. You might as well ride along with me on that one. I think this is the one we're using. Yes. So we could drop this one down a little bit. Once again, you want the barrel-shaped bridge to be level with the base of the bridge. Okay, we're at 5/64 there. Okay. Five 5/64, and way too high. Alright, so let's take that down some. Oh yeah, it's all cattywampus. Let's see what we did there. Oh yeah, there we are. That's exactly where we want to be. Alright, so we're going to let this sit. Okay, we let this thing sit for about 2.5 hours. And let's just check the string height. I've got 5/64, 5/64, 5/64, 5/64. Actually, that's a lie. I can't see quite straight. That's about it's not quite 6/64. Split 5 and 6/64. And same way there, and same way there. Alright, so man, I love the sound, or the feel. My sound is horrible because I am not that good a player. Love flats, especially the labellas. Alright, so let's check our relief. We're using a 12. just slipping in there. I think I'm going to release the truss rod just a little bit. Let's see what that did. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Okay, we got maybe about 12. Let me see, these buzzy frets were here. Okay, let's see where that shot our string height to. Not bad, that's 5/64. That's a little greater than 5/64. Just a hair greater than 5/64 and 5/64. And I'd like to see these two strings come down a little bit, the A and D, but I'm not worried about that. Let's see how we are with the intonation lottery. Good. Maybe that just tweak of the truss rod is all it needed. They're a little sharp on the D, just barely a little bit. Right on. G's a little sharp. There we are. Okay. I think we are going to call Pally. Yo, Bentley. I got you. I'm going to call Pally and tell him that his P-bass is done. And he can pick up his dad's Stratocaster that you saw in a video earlier. Let's see here, just gonna clean up the body just a little bit. Got that ugly sticker off it. Ain't that cool looking now? Polished the frets, got rid of these sharp bitey fret ends. Yeah. Oh yes, I just felt the edge of the toothpick and it reminded me we gotta put the if you can't see me down here putting the strap button back in. If you recall earlier in the video, I told you that we had a loose strap button. So I stuck a toothpick in there, cut it off, put it in with some wood glue, and now it's going to be tight. Here we are. Okay. Oh, we still have to plug it in and make sure all the controls and everything work. So let's do that. Oh, we gotta do pickup height. So all the controls work. A little bit of noise in the volume, that's from not being used. A little bit of noise in the tone, and from not being used. Okay. So that's all good. We did pickup height. Too high. Good. All right. So we're going to call Pally and tell him to come and get his P-bass. And this thing looks tons nicer than when he dropped it off. I want to thank you for joining us here in the underground lair as we tackled this P-bass. Wasn't nearly as hard as his dad's Stratocaster. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Stringman Guitars, of course. You know where you're at. Also, if you live in the greater Pittsburgh area and you would like to have your axe sharpened, it's as easy as instant message on Facebook or stringmanguitars@gmail.com. Take care of yourself, be careful, don't get sick, and love your friends as you love yourself. Take care of the old folks. Peace. Have a great night.